Hi, this is Robert. Just looking at a bit of post-game comment on the Minnesota Vikings versus Chicago Bears game today on Monday Night Football. Well, the Minnesota Vikings just can't seem to get a win at the moment. After winning 5 games straight, they've now lost two in a row. First against the Philadelphia Eagles last Sunday, and now today against the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football. Just a bit difficult at the moment. Just trying to get a win. The Chicago Bears, their record was they just lost 3 straight, and they had a total record of 1-6. So they really were the outright underdogs. They already, under those stats, they would be one of the earliest teams out of the playoffs. But they just seemed to hit their straps today. They had their veteran starting quarterback Jay Cutler back after 5 games out with a thumb injury, so he seemed to spark the Chicago offense back to life, as well as the rookie running back Jordan Howard getting 153 runs on the ground, as well as a touchdown. So just many Chicago players really stepping up a notch, and even though they had quite a losing record, they've really the return of Jay Cutler seemed to have sparked the team and other players back to get some good numbers. And the Vikings, well, they were expected to win this game, but it wasn't to be. Playing away, the Bears wanted to make a statement and show that they were better than a 1-6 team. And the Vikings, for 2 games in a row now, they've struck a team that really wanted to improve and make a statement to show that they were better than they'd been over the last few weeks. So the Vikings, well, they've just got to look at the film, Coach Zimmer and the coordinators, to just see where the problems were and how they can try and make adjustments to right the ship and try and be more competitive against the next team playing next Sunday, playing at home at the US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis against the Detroit Lions. So hopefully they will perform better and just bring their season right back on track again. The Vikings are now at 5-2, but well, they've still been one of the favourites to reach the playoffs and possibly reach the Super Bowl. So they've just got to just try and find out where improvements can be made. The Minnesota defence, the top-ranked defence, the stats show that they had recorded in the last 9 games in a row, they've recorded at least 1 interception, but they didn't get any interceptions tonight, so they've moved down a notch as well. And this offensive line for the Vikings still is proving a problem, and not getting enough pass protection for quarterback Sam Bradford, so he was sacked 5 times and forced into a couple of fumbles. Now this offensive line that still have problems with the left tackle, the right tackle, Jake Long and TJ Clemmings. So they've just got to try and keep improving, try and block the opposing defense from getting through to the passer. So, well, the Vikings at 5-2, that's probably in a better position than many other teams, but really they've just got to find some more consistency. The injuries, they've had the injuries ever since the preseason, when starting quarterback Teddy Bridgewater went down with a knee injury, and then following that was Adrian Peterson, the starting running back, also getting a knee injury in the second game of the season against the Green Bay Packers. So even with the injuries, they kept bringing backups, upping the momentum, and still getting the first 5 games won under their belt. So now still with injuries are mounting up, and the latest injury is to starting cornerback Xavier Rhodes. He went off injured in I think it was the third quarter. So it's getting harder to find replacements now because they're getting so close to the salary cap, and all they can do is trade players, or trade draft picks. But they've already given up a first round draft pick and 4th round draft pick for Sam Bradford, so they can't afford to give away too many more draft picks. So Coach Zimmer and General Manager Rick Spielman, they're just going to have to use the players that they have, just try and improve. So it's a bit difficult at the moment, but they've managed to go throughout the season just making adjustments for injury. So hopefully they can carry on doing that and write their season in the next game against the Detroit Lions next Sunday. So let's hope the Vikings can put their season back on track and make the fans happy. And as always, Skol Vikings.